Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start. I got something in the mail, another Garbage Pail Kid item. I just forgot about it until I saw that it was going to be delivered. You know how eBay gives you notices on that, so it's like, oh shit, I forgot I even ordered this. So yeah, so nice week for some Garbage Pail Kid action. And today's topic is about how Topps Fanatics, produce so many Bookworms and Chrome 4. But anyway, I want to start here and show you what this is, and then we'll get into today's topic. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. You'll see in just a minute there's an issue with the item. But as you'll also notice, it does not matter one bit. Okay. So most of you know I'm kind of the I'm like a candy toy guy who just really loves Garbage Pail Kids. So a lot of the stuff I get in are sorry, I'm gonna have to put you down. Get this shit out. This fucking piece of oh, that was weird. It had a box. A box was in the box. Okay, you might can see what it is already. I know what it is, and I would have known what it is just from that, because I collect in this one category. But yeah, this is going to be a 2010. Actually, no, it's not. It's a 2012 Bukimi Kun muscle thing. Don't get excited. Dude, wait a minute. This is a big one? That's what she said. Wait. I thought I ordered a regular size Nasty Nick. Man, this is the week of surprises. I'm telling you. I actually had some surprises and some other things I ordered, like candy-wise, I didn't show on here. Now, the head is not a surprise. I knew the head was off of it when I bought it. But the head doesn't matter. I can just glue that on. I mean, it's all there, and no one will ever see or notice it. But yeah, super happy to have this. But this is from the Bukimi Kun Muscle Things Nasty Nick cheap toy line. Now, since this is a big Nick, it goes with these guys. These are my other big Nicks. And I have the beloved black one. Big black Nick right here. And I also have the beloved Miami Ice big Dick Nick. Nasty Dick. Yeah, I'm calling him Nasty Dick now. Y'all might have my card already. Yeah, I've completely changed Nasty Nick's name permanently to Nasty Dick. He's no longer Nasty Nick. He's Nasty Dick from here on out. Thanks for us, fan. And I had this one. This one's marbled. I don't know if you can see that. It's got some pink and orange marbled. Very nicely done. And then today's is a neon green. Missing the head. I have the head right here. And I'll glue that on. Again, no one's going to care or notice. Rubber, things like that, you can glue together and you can almost never see the seal. It does not even matter. Even if you saw the seal where I glue this on, it still won't matter because it's under the head. And even if you lifted the head up and could see the seam and you looked for it and you realize this was damaged, it still wouldn't matter. Because do you know how many big nicks were made? Probably 50. If you saw my, I about broke the head off that one just now. You gotta be a little careful with these. If you saw, you might have saw my video I did about Alec, Muscle Things, and because he passed away in a kind of, I guess, bizarre, kind of really tragic police incident at his house. They were trying to claim it was police assisted suicide, like suicide by cop or whatever. But as I told you that story, I acted it out, and I'm telling you, that was not police suicide. That was murder. Okay, let's get to today's topic. It's actually about some cards. There's been a pretty alarming revelation that's come out in the past week or so. Well, like past month with Bookworms, but also with Chrome 4. And that is they are completely overproduced, okay? Supposedly overproduced, and that's something we can talk about or think about. Now, I want to remind you that when Garbage Pail Kids came out in 1985, here we have a sealed pack. They didn't make, they made how many they made. This is the first time they made Garbage Pail Kids, so they made what they made. You can't say they over or underproduced. They made what they made because it's the first one. But then they had a choice, didn't they? They could have gone up in production on Series 2, and honestly, I don't have those numbers in front of me. But it's a well-known fact that when you get to Series 3, what happened? They really, really overproduce Series 3. And that's why the value of Series 3 is so much less than Series 2. I remember when I was first getting into this, you could buy a mint perfect set of Series 3 for $10. And if you really dug, you could find them for $5. And it was like that for the longest time until about Chrome 1, and these went up in value a little bit. Now, what also hasn't happened historically is when they went to Series 4, they continued making the same-ish amount they did in Series 3. So these were very overproduced compared to the first two, right? That's a fact. So think back, or don't think back, think to about, Chrome 1, 2, 3, 4. The same thing's happening. History is repeating itself. The numbers for Chrome 1, Chrome 2 are lower than Chrome 3. And then suddenly we saw a big jump in numbers. I'm talking about the production in Chrome 4. The same shit that happened in the 80s with Garbage Pail Kids is happening right now. History is repeating itself. And so that's today's topic. I'm not an absolute expert on, I don't constantly study Fanatics, Excel sheets and shit. And, I don't dig down into their business per se. But, as a collector, you can can't you see the correlation between what happened in the 80s with Garbage Pail Kids, how they started really mass producing 3 and 4 and 5, and how that compares to Chrome, how they just suddenly randomly doubled production on 3 and 4. And so why is that? Now, back in the 80s, they did it because it was pretty obviously they needed to do it. They were selling out. They couldn't keep Garbage Pail Kids on the shelves, especially OS2. And so they just knew instinctively they can ramp up, green packs or whatever. And that's what they did. So what's going on now, though? Because this is 2022. Did we really need to increase... Hey, Jason. Did we really need to increase Chrome this much? And so, well, first of all, we will not have our answers until probably a year from now or 2 years from now. What I think is going on, I'm just going to tell you what I think, okay? Or here's some possibilities. So one thing is we had a transition from Tops to Fanatics at the beginning of the year, right? And remember, at the beginning of the year, we didn't have any sets, and they were delaying the sets. How we all talked about it, we didn't know when anything was coming out. For the longest time, we thought Vacation was going to come out first. And then they were talking about this Bookworm set. We didn't know much about the Bookworm set. Here's while I'm talking, you can look at Jerk Paul. Yeah, so we didn't really know what was coming out. So, and that's because there was a print shortage or backup, and because there was a company change. And so I would think there would be a little delay there. Okay, they're getting new management or whatever, new lawyers coming into Fanatics. I don't know that. I don't know all these people, but I would imagine that would put a little delay on things. But then we heard about the printing of Chrome. I don't have any Chrome 4. I have Chrome 3 though. We heard about these, being delayed. And they were just, they had the orders in. The print shops had the orders. They were just waiting for them to be printed. One possibility is Fanatics already knew this was going to be delayed. They already knew fans were probably upset. They already knew that it was going to be kind of a jacked up year for Garbage Pail Kids. So they might have said, well, we delayed it a million times. Might as well, print them, double, print more. I know when I've placed orders in for my own cards, like Nasty Dick, it's not much more to print twice as many, because most of the effort is in the proofing and the printing. It's not in the quite as much in the numbers of how many you make. And so it's almost just as easy and not that much more expensive to get twice as many cards made. So that could be one reason. A company change. Just when they got to the printers, just saying, you know what, it's already delayed. Fans are already, waiting anyway. You might as well print extras. And what else? So, yeah, so be thinking about like why maybe they did overproduce this. Now, I'm definitely going to say that Bookworms was overproduced. I don't know how to rationalize that. That's saying, okay, Food Fight sold well. I don't know that Food Fight sold very well. I'm sure they can look at of course they're looking at these numbers. Why did that spark them to print so many of the Bookworms? I think the clue for these answers is actually in Bookworms. Okay, we get Chrome. Okay, that's pretty easy to understand why they could overprint that. But the Bookworms is where I think all this starts to unravel. And I think it's going to really unravel when they have so much surplus and, just fucking boxes, unclaimed boxes and shit. Yeah, obviously they made way too many of these. I don't think anybody's really collecting them right now. And I'm not really sure what they're going to do. We did see some of this with, what was it? Series 2014 was pretty overproduced. And those extras went to other companies, like third-party companies. Remember trash boxes, when they took all those extra surplus packs and threw them in trash box and they had to basically sell them at a discount? That's going to happen with Bookworms. I mean, it's obvious. They made way too many of them. And so today's question is why a company that understands supposedly the market would do that. So I'm wondering also if they thought maybe Bookworms was more of a kid-friendly set, because their choice was to release Vacation. I thought they had a choice. They could release Vacation or Bookworms. I'm wondering if they started with Bookworms and they made so many Bookworms as well because they thought kids would connect more to it. So I'm a little, I guess, worried or curious also at what their rationale for all this is. And it's just, I don't know. It could almost, I could even see it like kind of ending Garbage Pail Kids in a way. I mean, and I'm also to the point, I don't even know why they're making these cards. Like, couldn't they just, I don't want this to happen, but couldn't they just fire the artist? Like, not even pay the artist anymore. Like, get rid of the artist and just focus on Chrome. I mean, Bookworms, I don't think it's selling that great. I mean, I'm seeing pictures of all this extra boxes that no one fucking wants. No one's talking about it. Couldn't they just get rid of the artists? Stop focusing on these new sets that no one really wants, and then just put all your attention into reprinting. That seems to be what the hobby wants. They just want a bunch of reprint. So as a company, I'm just kind of curious about the decision making. What's happening to Garbage Pail Kids? Where is it going? And just to me, the real focus is on Bookworms and just why they make so many of these damn things. And they're not aging very well, by the way. I know they're only a month old, but going back through them, I was even saying it's one of the best sets we've had in a while, and maybe it is. I don't even know, because even this set's getting a little old. God, what is it, guys? Is it because we're getting older? Maybe it takes more to impress us as adults. I wonder if, a kid, I bet they would like this and it would cherish these images. Here's the final art, by the way. Yeah, I had to buy this artwork. I mean, Jesus, look at it. But I mean, really, is it because as adults, it takes more to impress us, or is that why it only took 2 weeks for Bookworms to kind of fall in the hobby? And like, no, dude, no one's talking about Bookworms. Like, seriously, it's so bad. And I'm just afraid that these stores have so much backlog and fucking surplus boxes. It's just a bad look, man. Like, I don't even know if we need any more new sets. I mean, to me, when I look at these, I'm either seeing ideas they've already done before. I'm definitely seeing concepts they've already done before, but it's getting to where, like, dude, we've had, like, how many fucking Harry Potter cards? Do we need another Harry Potter card? How many fucking Worm GPKs are there? I don't know, man. And I think because they overproduced this set, I think the company is going to look at these numbers, they're going to look at the situation and really see that the brand in this category, at least with new sets, is really not going anywhere. And they probably do, I hate to say it, they probably do just need to focus on the older sets that everyone seems to like. And maybe you could keep a couple artists around to draw a few new ones here and there, but really you don't even need all these artists. All right, guys, so be thinking about the overprinting of Chrome and Bookworms. That's today's topic. Again, I mean, I saw the numbers you saw, so I'm just making some comments on it. I'm comparing it to the old days when they overproduced. They did overproduce Series 3 now. But it was cheaper to make back then. It was a different situation than now. I just feel like, I don't know, man. Like, did they read it wrong? Like, did they, like, I don't know. I don't know if they thought the brand was stronger than it was. Like, why they make so many of these? Surely they saw the numbers for Food Fight. Maybe I'm wrong, man. Maybe they sold a lot of Food Fight. Maybe they made a huge profit. I don't see how, man. I know for a damn fact there's plenty of those Food Fight packs sitting in some fucking warehouse. Plenty of fucking boxes that no one ever wants or bought. I don't know. I just hate seeing them dilute the product and just like flogging this dead horse. I mean, I definitely enjoy seeing new art. I mean, I think that's what it's about, but I don't know. Sometimes I just think about their perspective. That's what it's about, the company's perspective. And obviously, I'm not like really a businessman, but I just don't know what they're doing, man, or what they're thinking, and how it compares to the past. And I guess they have, of course, they have numbers. They have, they have their profits. They can just, gauge from. But sitting over here, it's like, what the fuck, man. All right, y'all have a good rest of your day. Should have some more Garbage Pail Kids in. I think it's next week. But it's going to be cheap toys. All right. Russ Van out.